Hello everyone, good morning. Can anyone please confirm? Am I audible or not? Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, then last class where we stopped. Last class we discussed about hooks, right? Okay, there has two more hooks are pending. One is like React memo and another one is like React callback. Okay, React use memo. The hook name is like React use memo. Okay, use memo is my hook. The next one is like use callback is the another hook. The next React.memo method also there. React.memo. React.memo. Memo. The next one is like pure component also we can discuss. Pure component. Pure component. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Yeah. Pure component also we can discuss. Let's start with the use callback and this memo. Okay, both we can complete. Before that, pure component. Why we go for pure component? Can anyone tell? Okay, let's start on simple example. We can take it. Pure component. HTML. Inside this one, you can take one skeleton to prevent rendering. Now come here. This is my component. This is my component. Okay. Here I have one state variable is there. My name equals to such. This is my state variable. Okay. Now for each and every 5 seconds, I'm going to update the name. Then how we can update? Set timeout for each and every 5 seconds. Set timeout 5000 milliseconds. Here you can set this dot set state. Okay. What is this one? Name is again. From here, okay, 5 more seconds I want. Okay, total onload to okay here like 10 seconds total count. Here I'm going to like do it. Now I'm writing on console message console.of. Here I can write like my name. You can remove this one. Okay, now can we run it? Right click on that, open with live server, inspect it. Okay, it gives me some error. Can we fix that one? Console app C is not defined, so these all are not there. Just remove it. This is also not required, and this one also not required. Now come here and refresh. First session, first time load render called. It's okay, fine. Expected only. The searching turned to be Kohli, so that my new data is going to render inside the browser. So that again my render called. My Kohli turned to be Dhoni. Okay, again, okay, my new data is going to load inside the browser. My render called. It's an expected behavior. Think, for example, first my searching. After 5 seconds also, I'm going to make the state value changes like such only. Next 5 seconds also, my such only. Okay, that means if you observe here, see the same data, the same value is going to update multiple times or not. Render called, first time load expected. See, for the same data, again my render called or not. After 5 seconds, again the same data updated, again my render called or not. Is it required? Okay. Is it the recommended thing? Okay, new data is there, then the time yes, you can render it. You can render it. Okay, these things will take care by virtual DOM. Here there is no changes, nothing, then the time my DOM render will never happen. Okay, that much performance issue, okay, we are not able to see. It's like that much impact. Is that much impact we didn't find any impact. Okay, that much impact is not there. But why I need again call that method is nothing but set of statements is going to execute. Okay, on Tom there is no problem. There is no impact. Why? Because first time Sachin, next time also Sachin, my virtual DOM is going to compare with the new DOM, no changes, then there is no push happen. Any changes are there, then only my virtual DOM is going to push the new changes into your original DOM or not. Okay, but why I need to call render method? I want to prevent this one also. Then how we can change? Okay, see here. Can anyone tell if any updation is happened? Okay, which lifecycle methods are going to trigger? In the updation phase, how many lifecycle methods are there? There has 5 methods are there. 5 methods are those. Can anyone? The first one is like get derived state from props. Next should component update. The next render. Next get snapshot before update. The next one is like component did update. These 5 lifecycle methods will execute. Okay, last 3 methods render, snapshot, and did update. These 3 is depending upon your should component return value or not. If the should component returns true, then next 3 methods will execute. If my should component returns false, then the next 3 methods will not execute. So my render method execution completely depending upon should component update method in updating phase or not. Yes or no? Okay, here if my app is extends from React.component, can anyone tell what is the default return value for my should component update? It's always true. It's always true. That is the default value, default return value for my should component update. That is the reason. Okay, here Sachin is there. Updation is happened with the Sachin value also. My should component update returns me what? True. So that my render, the next 3 methods will always execute or not. That get snapshot and component did update is not there. My render method is there so that it's executed or not. Okay, but if my component is extends from pure component, if my component is extends from pure component, now say this, my render called. Okay, after 5 seconds also my Sachin turned to be Sachin only. Okay, see my render not called. After 5 seconds also my Sachin turned to be Sachin only. Okay, see this. Yeah, console.log. Now it's a render called first time after 5 seconds. Yes, 5 seconds completed. My Sachin only, my render method not called. Okay, 10 seconds completed, my render method not called. Yes or no? If the state updations are not happen, okay, my render method not called. That means if it is like pure component, not like React.component, inside the pure component, my should component update something different or not. Okay, if it is like a React.component, my should component update is always returns me true. But my pure component inside the should component update, what they written, my previous state and my new state both are like different, then return true, otherwise returns me false. Understand or not? Okay, that's the reason. Now the first value is like Sachin, my next value is like Sachin only. If my Sachin equals to Sachin, then the time returns me false. Okay, otherwise returns me true. Otherwise returns me true. Okay, so if you want to see how they handled my pure component should component update, we do our side also. Can we make our React component behaving like a pure component? Yes, we can do it. How we can make? Can we do one thing? Should component update. Should component update. By default is what? It's always like true. By default it's like true. This is on the proof. Okay, render 5 seconds completed again, render called. Okay, render called. Okay, next 5 seconds is nothing but 10 seconds. My render called. Okay, perfect. Okay, it's working as expected. Now I want to make this one like a React.pure component should component. How they written, same like this. I want to make it as. Okay, can anyone tell what we have to do? How many arguments is going to take should component update method? should component update method take how many arguments? It's take like 2 arguments. What are those? The next props or previous props. Okay, which one? Should component update. Okay, then I put like a debugger. Okay, can I put the Dhoni for our purpose for now? Can I make it as like a comma b? Okay, let's start. Come here, refresh my page. First, let's touch in. After 5 seconds, it's turned to be like Dhoni. Okay, Dhoni. Now see this. This one is a prop, and this one is what? A new state or not? New state, next state. My previous state is what? Still the previous state is like such. Okay, now you can write the condition. Come on. Here, next props. Here, next state. Here you can write the condition. If this dot state dot name is equals to, okay, is equals to or not equals to next state dot name. Okay, here already written is there, right? That's false. Okay. See. Yeah, now see, my this dot state dot name, okay, is nothing but the previous state is equals to next state, then the term returns false, otherwise returns true. That's it. And this piece of code they written where? In pure component or not. Can I remove this? Can I refresh my page? Now see, Sachin turned to be Dhoni. Yes, my render should execute. Again, my Dhoni turned to be Sachin. Yes, my render executed or not. Now I want to do like here also Sachin. Here also Sachin. Now can you come here? Can you come here? Can I refresh my page? Can I refresh my page? See this? First render called 5 seconds is okay. After that, see that 10 seconds or 5 seconds, there is no render. There is no render execution. Got it or not? How my pure component overrides should component update. That means how my pure component implements should component update. If you write the method, that is called as override. They are implemented. Understand how my pure component is going to work? At the same time, how you can make your component is like a pure component. Whereas except this one remaining all are same. My React component and my pure component. So for good. Okay, simply I'm going to make this one again pure component first. Then refresh. That's it. 5 seconds. Next 10 seconds. Okay, come on. The next one. This one completed. React memo and use callback. Okay, both we can cover in one example only. Let's start. Can I write one more space? It's like what we use callback dot. Okay. In this example, okay, I have one simple requirement is that okay, these pure component use memo and react.memo use callback all are like performance related hooks. Okay, use callback and use memo is like performance related hooks. Pure component also, which is like performance related only, and use not use memo react.memo also performance related stuff only. Pure component for class components, react memo for functional components. That's it. Okay, let's start. Now my requirement is like this. See, like this I want to view first. One employee is there. Okay, This is his name. Okay, EMP1. EMP1. Okay, here his age is there 22. Okay, here increment is one button. The next one, his salary is there by default. It's like 20,000. Increment salary is the button. Now here this is one component. Okay, which component is name component, title component, you can say. This is one component, so that component one. See here, this age text and the salary both are like text only, right? So that this one and this one I would make like one component. Say this component 2. See, with single component only how to handle both. Yeah. Now this age is there, right? This is also button, and this one also button. This one also button. These two are belongs to one component. That's it. Okay. Overall, how many components are there? Overall, how many components are there? 3 components are there or not? Screen is hanging. Okay. Wait for 1 second. Okay. Now tell me. Are you okay with this or not? Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Yeah. Okay. Says now you can develop. Total how many components are required for this requirement? I want to show this view first with the 3 components. Okay, this is the total main component. What is that? App component. Overall, how many components are required? 4 components. One is like app component. Another one is like title component. The next one is like it's like text component. The next one is like a button component. Overall, how many components are required? 4 components. With the 4 components, I need this design. Can we do it? Okay, let's start. Now, can I take use state, use callback? Okay, this class component not required. The functional component. Okay, first remove this one. Overall, how many components? Write it. First, title component. Next one. Come on. Next. Okay. The next button. That's it. Overall components ready or not? Okay, where you want me to place these components? Tell me. Where you want me to place this one? For title component, to display the title inside my app. So that title. Okay. The next one is what? Next one. Is 22 text component. This is what? Button component. So that here text component. Next one here button component. Done. Next one is what? Again text component for what? Salary. The button component for what? To increment the salary or not. Done. Yes or no? So title component, how you can manage? Can anyone tell? Inside the title component, what you want me to write? Here you can write like title H1 EMP1 EMP1. Done. Can we run it? Use callback. Click on that. Open it live server. Okay, please be some error. Can we fix it? Inspect it. Go to console. App is not defined as same error. Just remove this stuff and this also. Okay, this is the one. Now come here. Can I refresh my page? Okay, a render method is required. refresh? Yes. Employee 1. This part completed. A is 22. Tell me how we can. A is 22 I want. A is 22 text I want. Can anyone? A is 22 text. This text component I want to use for what? Is as well as salary. Then that one component if you want to use for dynamic data, if you want to display the data, different data, then how we can? Okay, same component I can use for. Okay, same component I can use for what? To display like different content or not? Then how we can? Then how we can? Yes, props, right? Let's pass the data here. My name equals to what? Is my name equals to is here. My name equals to what? My name equals to salary or not. So that here my text is this one. Okay, here what? This is my name. Now from here, can I refresh my page? Okay, see, this is the data. This is the data. Okay, this data you can give to this guy or not. So that how we can retrieve the data like a props. Here how we can, like an object format, you can get the data or not. You can destructuring the data. Okay, this is the one or not. Okay, can I save it? Okay, my name is going here, text component. This is my A and this one has to print. Okay, can I print inside B? Inside B. Can I save it? See, my age and salary came or not. Okay, done. Next, by default, which age you want? 22. So that we can write like is equals to, you can write like 22. Okay, the next one is what? Here, my salary is nothing but, okay, if you put like salary equals to, okay, 10,000 or 20,000. If you put like this, then what happened? Here is, here salary. Okay, if you put like different keys, here also you have to put like what? Is, comma, salary or not. Okay, how we can display? It's very simple thing. Generally, the data is coming like what? Props, right? Props is which type? It's a object type. So that if it is like an object, can we destruct? Can we destructuring that object? So props equals to what? Like this, you can write it down. Constant. Okay, here you can destructure like what? Name, like this. Now this is the props, right? These props we are using like this. So directly you can place this stuff here. Okay, now you can remove it. Instead of writing this, instead of writing one more line to destructuring, here you can destructure it. Okay, now here age and salary. If you pass like age, if you pass like salary, which one you want, you can put it. Which one you can render here. Either one of this one, either you can render age or either you can render salary, not both or not. So how you can do it? How you can do it? Here you can give the same name like data or something. Like data, whatever you want, just you can put it. That's all. Okay. Here, this is my data. This is my data. We print this data here. Now you observe, see this. My age is like 22 and my salary is like 20,000 or not. That's all. Now, the next one is like what? Button. The next one is like a button component. Here you can write like a button component. Here you can write like a button component. My button should, by button text should be what? My button text should be what? My button text should be what? This is my button. My button text should be what? Increment is, increment salary or not? Increment is, increment salary or not? So that again you can pass that dynamically or not. Okay, so that text equals to okay btn text for value. Okay, value equals to what? Increment is here. My value equals to what? Here my value equals to increment salary or not. Now that value will come here, that value will come here. Here you can add it. Here you can add it. Now see. Now my view ready or not finally. Okay. I need some gap. I need some gap. So that can we do one thing? Instead of this div, can we put like paras? And by default that must right. Okay. Now come here. Can I refresh? Now see. My view ready or not? Now concentrate on functionality. If I click on this one, this value should have to change. This click on this one, this value should have to change. If I click on this one, add plus one plus one plus one. If I click on this one, add 1000 like that. So how we can do it? How we can do it? Where is your data? First tell me. This is the data or not? So if the data is here, you have to prepare the new data also here only or not. From here only you are passing the data, right? Okay, 22 you are passing. So if the new data you have to pass from here only or not, that means you have to increment the age or salary, okay, in this app component only or not. Why? Because from here only you are passing the data to my components. So do you want me to hard code like this now? Okay, don't hard code. So can we create one state variable? So how we can create this state variable? Constant react dot use state. Okay, initial value is this one. This is my age. The next one. Okay, this is the one salary. Okay, how much salary that is? 20,000 is my salary. Okay, so here you can come. Okay, can we add is okay here? Can we add it like a salary? Now, can you come here? Can I refresh my page? Okay, there is no impact. See, here is 22, and this one is like 20,000. Now, how we can update this is at the time of clicking on the button? Can anyone guess? Here only, right? You have to update my new data also from app component only has to pass to my text component. So can I write one method? Constant increment is the method. Okay, here can I write like one of the argument, okay, one of the element in your array is like what? Set is my second argument is like a function which is used to update this is state variable or not. Here also the second one is like a function which is used for what? To update your sal attribute or not, value or not attribute, state value or not. Okay, done. Now here I want to update what? Yes, by using this method, this, so that I can write it. Now what is my value? Default value is like yes. Okay, default value for now. First time that is the default value. Next time onward that is the current value plus 1. You have to add it every time. Same like increment salary is the method. Okay, you have to update your salary or not. So far I didn't use that hook. Just I'm developing one requirement. That's it. Okay, done. Here you have to update your salary. When this method has to execute, when this method has to execute at the time of clicking on the button or not. So my button is here. My button is here. This is the button. On click is my button. Okay, on click is my event for this particular button. At the time of clicking on the button, okay, one time this one has to execute, one time this one has to execute. So that for my button component, can we pass this method if it is like an increment age button? Can we pass this method if it's like an increment salary button? Okay, so how we can? Okay, increment value equals to Okay, increment function increment equals to, okay, it is called increment age. Here, what is that function increment only? What is that increment salary? Why same key? We have to use same key. Why? Because you are going to handle this key in a single in the same component or not. If you put like different value, different keys, then the time on click only one on click is that, then the time how we can. Yeah, if you observe here, this is the set age and set salary. Okay, now you have to pass this method to my button component, pass this method to this button component. It's like increment age and increment salary. So here you have to destructure it with which keys. One is like val, another one is like what? Another one is like function increment or not. Function increment. So this function increment, you have to give it to this guy. You have to give it to this guy. Now come here, say this. Working is expected or not. Okay, it should be 1000, not 1. Now come here, int is this one, salary, so this. So is expected or not. Now what's wrong with this code? What you written? What's wrong with this code? Can we check it? I am going to write some console. Now if you come here, say this. If go to my console, if I refresh my page, see title component loaded, accepted, first time load. Text component loaded for yes, yes. Button component loaded for yes, yes. Text component salary, yes. Button component first time load, it's okay, fine. Now I'm going to click on this particular button. See this? Again, how many components rendered? Again, 5 components rendered or not? Okay, 5 times it is going to render or not? Yes or no? Okay, text component, this one, this one, this one. If I click on the salary also, again it's going to render all your components or not. Yes or no? See here, here there is no change in the text component. Here also there is no change. Still it is going to render or not. If the previous DOM and my new DOM, there is no change is there, then the time how we can prevent the rendering? By using pure component. Here how we can prevent, for if it is like a functional component, that is by using react memo method. Using react memo method, we can handle. If the changes are not happen, I don't want to re-render again. Then see this react memo is the method, right? Just you can write your react memo. Okay, react memo is the method which takes to a component as an argument. Okay, which component you want to prevent from re-rendering, that component you have to pass it. That component you have to pass it. Okay. Now here already you write like constant title and everything. This is your component, right? This is your component. So here itself you can write react dot memo. This is my component name. Wherever the text components are there, simply better to go with react dot memo. React dot memo for re-renders. Okay, no problem at all. Okay, done. Now if you come here, then it first time expected only. If I click on the yes, say something has happened. What? My text component is changes or happen, so that is re-rendered. Okay, then the time my EMP title component, text title component, there is no change, so that it's not re-rendered. My salary component also no change, so that is also not re-rendered. If I click on this one, see this one has to re-render. Okay, but the A's component text is not changed. That should not re-render. These two are not re-rendered or not. How you prevent that one means by using what? React.memo method or not. By using React.memo method. Please stand up here, okay. Okay, again, if I click on this button, see here, button component and button component both executed or not. Both executed or not. Okay, I want to prevent that one also. Okay, I want to stop this re-rendering. For which button you click, that one only. This button I would use for what? Two methods or not here. Okay, for one is like increment is, another one is like increment salary. Increment yes, and another one is like what? Increment salary or not. Can anyone tell this one method we are going to give to some other person? That person is going to call with another reference is nothing but what? It's nothing but what? You are giving one method to some other guy. That guy is going to call that method with another reference is nothing but what? Call back or not? Not higher order, call back. We are giving one method to some other person. That person is going to call with another reference is nothing but a callback or not. Okay, here this one and this one is like a callbacks or not. Both are going to same component or not. Same component or not. That is the reason if you click on this one, the same reference we are going to use to hold these two methods or not. Okay, that's the reason if the method is going to call, this method is going to bind with this one also. So again, it's going to render my button component is going to render for increment salary also or not. If I click on this one, increment salary, so that my button component increment is also rendered or not. I want to prevent that one. Okay, then how we can means by using use callback hook. Which callbacks if you pass to same component, okay, then you can use like keep this callback methods inside use callback hook. Okay, use callback. It's the method. It's take your component as your method as an argument. React use callback. Okay, my callback method both should go to the same component. Now see this. So refresh my page. First time it's okay, increment is again there is no change. Okay, it's take two arguments callback. One is like your callback method, another one is like dependencies. You have to give the dependent. Okay. Now see this first time it's okay. If I click on this one, my text component is if I click on this one, salary, if I click on this one, see here, my 23 is not implemented. Now I missed my functionality or not. I mixed my functionality or not. My functionality should not miss. Okay, then why it's missed, you know? Now see here the increment is happened, but this particular AS1 is not re-rendered again. Okay, so what they said is just pass your dependency here. Okay, this particular statement is impact on the state variable. That variable you have to pass as a dependency. Here, which one is the dependency one, salary or not? Okay, that state variable you have to pass. Now if you come here, see this. First time it's okay. This is the one. See, max we can prevent up to here. Now see, my text component is only rendered or not. Okay, if I click on this one, okay, my button component increment salary and my text component salary will be rendered or not. Max up to here we can prevent re-renderings. Understand or not? Use callback. Okay, React.memo and use callback and pure component. See that prevention is like state and props. State and props. Okay, component level. Okay, state values are not changed or prop values are not changed, and then nothing will happen. Okay, now see, I will conclude one sentence. React memo always works at component level. Use callback always works at callback functions level. Use memo always works at variable level. Variable level. See here, component, function, variable. Okay. Now can you go to the use memo? Memo reacted memo completed. Use memo you can go. Use memo hook. Okay. Why we go for use memo means because of one variable data changes or something. Okay, in your DOM, remaining all variables also impacted. Remaining all variable values also impacted. Then that time you have to prevent that one. You have to stop it. Okay, whatever the variable changes or whatever the changes are happened in one variable, that variable should be impact. Remaining all should not be. You have to write like that. You have to make your code like that. First of all, take one example how it impact one variable on another variable. You can see, and then by using use memo hook, how we can overcome that problem. You can see that. Okay, that's right. Use memo. This is the one. Oh, just remove it. Okay. Now take two variables. Take two variables. Okay. Take two variables. Both variable take on just we can write like this. Okay. React dot is that use state. React dot use state. The variable is like the default value is like 0. Here number, set number. Here count, set count. Okay, like 100. Okay, this count I will and increment count already there, so that one. Okay. Okay, here set count plus 1. Count. Okay, this is the number, right? Okay. If I increment this number, okay, if I click on the button, I want to increment that number. If I click on the button, okay, function increment, okay, number, okay, function change number, okay, it's not that I want it. Here itself you can change it. How you can set number with what? My number plus 1. A number plus 1. Okay, here, okay, I want to print one text like this. What is the text here? If I click on this particular number, that number is like even number, that text I want to show here. If the number is like odd number, that text you have to show here. Even, odd. Right. Right. Now come here. Open with live server. Now see here, increment count, it is one variable. Okay, this is another variable. Check here. Okay. Now, if I click on this one, okay, for incrementing the number is even or odd number, I want to show here. Okay, then how we can show? For that, can I create one method? Function check. Here you can call this method. How you can call it? Directly you can call it. See, the dependency is not there. If I click on this one, number is going to execute. Okay, based on the number, this guy is going to check that number is even number or odd number. So how is that? Return. Okay, my number percentage equals to 0. That time even. Okay, otherwise, this is the one. Okay, now come here. Inspect it. Console. Okay, constant function check. Syntax wrong. Now come here. Can I refresh? Okay. Working as expected or not? See, all are working as expected. Here, to calculate this particular even or odd number, my functionalities take some more time. For example, think. Okay, it's take like more time. Okay, 100,000 lines of code is there inside this one. It's take like, okay, 1 minute time to get this result. Can we make like that? Okay, right? Simple for loop. Where I equals to 0. Okay, I less than. Okay, I plus. To repeat this loop, how much time it will take? Minimum. Okay, 1 minute it will take. Minimum 1 minute. Okay, after that only you will give this result back or not. Okay, think 5,000 lines of code is there. It takes like 1 minute. Okay, now come here. If I refresh my page. Okay, see here. Okay, observe. I clicked it. See, after how much time? There has some lag is there or not? See, I clicked it. After how much time? After some time only, it's turned to be odd or not. Now, if you observe here, it is okay. After some time, you are getting the result, you are showing that result, expected only. But if the increment count is there, right? If I click on this one, see here, now onwards, this also there has some lag is there. See, in the past, it's like anything. Now it's like there has some lag is there or not. Yes, on that means this one is going to impact on this particular one or not. Can I change to? Okay. Check. I clicked already. Okay, I clicked already. See, there are some lag is there. Click. Okay, that one is going to impact on this one. See here. On this variable, see how it's impacted. I clicked. It should not impact on this particular variable value rendering or not. Okay, this one is expected only. Why? Because you can get this result after how much time? 1 minute. It's okay, fine. But why I need to make this one? Why we should have to depend on this result, this variable value rendering? We should not or not. Okay, in this case, how we can handle? Okay, first you have to find like because of which method you are getting that result. Okay, delay. Which method? This is the method or not? This is the method or not? Yes or no? This method only, right? Okay, and then this method returns me some value after some time. Okay, once you return some value, the rendering is going to happen. This method is going to call. How much it will take? 1 minute is going to take. Okay, see, 1 minute. At the time of clicking on the button only, my state is going to update. So this method is going to call 1 minute. Okay, after that only remaining all are going to render or not. Now this one, make it separate. Okay, render it. Okay, these should not be depending upon this particular 23rd line or not. Like this you have to make. Okay, which method impact on remaining DOM renderings, the remaining variable renderings? First check it. Okay, this method only or not? This method depending upon which variable? Okay, that is like number state variable or not? Those two you have to find it, and then you can write. The hook name is like React log. Use memo is the hook. You can place all your stuff, and it state your dependency as a second argument. Okay, here which variable you are going to use, which state variable you are going to use. Okay, state, use that one. Okay, other than this variable, it's not impact on any other variable renderings. Okay, now come here and read. Okay, now come here. Once you make like a use memo, my use memo will take care the call, so that now you no need to call it. Just you can write the method. Okay, that guy is going to call. Now see here, check, click it. Okay, how much time it will take? See, this is not impacted. Okay, can you change this one to something? So it's impacted. So much time is taken. Now see here. Okay, next. Even there are some lag is there, but here see this. There is no lag, nothing. See this. Immediately it's updating or not. Yes or no? Okay. Which variable is going to impact on another variable renderings? First of all, find that one. Okay, that variable data is going to change. Okay, that variable used by which functionality? That functionality you are writing one method. That method you have to find it. Keep that method in the use memo hook, and then is your dependency there. Okay, other than this state variable, remaining all state variables rendering is not in fact. Now onwards. Like this is going to work. I just understand. Okay, to check that particular number is like even or odd, I want to print it. That is depending upon this variable, this state variable data. This state variable data. Okay, if my state variable is number, then that time you are going to call this method. Function check you called in the past, but now my React memo will take care that calling and everything. Just you can give this method. That's it. My function check if you place here, okay, that is like which method? React use memo method or not? React use memo now. Okay, see, you're assigning what? React use memo assigned to my function check or not? Okay, whenever the changes are happened, then the time this guy is going to call this one, and whatever the operations you are going to perform. See, how it is going to call, very simple thing. If you update the state, my render method will trigger again or not? Render method triggered is nothing but what? Render method triggered is nothing but what? The content is going to be rendered or not? Okay. Okay, then remaining things we'll see in tomorrow's class, the same time. Okay, tomorrow we can take some more time. Okay, hooks are completed. Just go through this one. I will upload. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for joining. You can come up with your questions tomorrow. We'll see.